comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I'm back from show one of the Perth Fringe Festival, and it's hard to evaluate. I wouldn't say that I prepared very hard for it, or at all. Like even in the slightest. I woke up today at 2:30 p.m. I was triple jet lagged, and I woke up at 11, and I said to myself before I went to sleep last night, which was like 3:30, I was like, I'm getting up early, I'm going to work on the show all day, and then I'm going to go to this show, and I am going to fucking give them one hell of a comedy show. And instead of doing that, what I did was I woke up at 11:30 a.m. and I was like, well, instead of one hell of a comedy show, I'll just give them a comedy show. I'll give them a comedy show. That will be good enough. And then at 11:35 a.m., I fell asleep again and woke up at 2:30 p.m. And I was like, well, I'll turn up. I will turn up. I promise you that. I will fucking turn up to this gig. 110%. I will be there physically, not mentally or spiritually, but my physical being will be on that stage today. And given the commitment to my craft and my career, I did just that. I turned up physically and did some stuff. I did some stuff for some people that half of them were looking at me like, oh, what the fuck is going on? And the other half were like, it's pretty hot in here and there's some guy talking to me. And I was like, that's good enough. That's good enough. I was a little bit all over the place today, to be honest with you. I was just getting it done today. I needed the first one. I haven't gigged in a few weeks. Haven't done this hour in a while. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to get it out. And there was no one after me, so I just did a whole bunch of material. I went overtime, and the room is like, it's good, but it's like a little bit of a fucking nightmare too. It's real hot in Perth, and it's sort of outdoors. It's indoors, but it's outdoors, if you know what I mean. There's some ceiling fans and a tent-like structure, and the lights are on, so I can just see everyone's face. So I'm not going to blame the room. My man fucking Mark came on first. He did good. There was a couple of German bitches at the back that I didn't know were German bitches. They were old and they just gave me the German face the whole time. And I was like, are these the festival judges? That's what I was thinking the whole time. I didn't know they were German bitches because Mark didn't tell me till after the show. But when I was doing the show, they were wearing these things that look like lanyards. I'm like, oh, fuck, are these the festival bitches? Because they weren't enjoying it. They were not enjoying it. And then after the show, Mark told me, I was like, oh, fuck, they threw me off a little bit. But I did what I set out to do. Well, not exactly what I set out to do. This afternoon, I made my fucking choice this afternoon. And you got to remember, when I woke up at 2:30, my show is until 8:40. So I still had 6 hours to prepare. But instead of preparing, I went on long walks and thought about Perth for a little while. And I think, just from picking up the vibes of Perth, I think the people of Perth aren't really telling us what's going on here. I think if you're an outsider, you don't get told until you've lived here for like 20 years. But I get the feeling in Perth that there's been a lot of crimes against humanity committed, and they're keeping it under wraps. And I feel sorry for Mark, the Irish comedian, Mark O'Keefe, because I said the exact same thing to him as we were walking back from the gig, and he listens to the podcast. So now he's going to think I'm running like fucking podcast material by him. No, it's just my life. But I do. I was walking fucking to the gig and I just got this eerie feeling, a real eerie feeling. like a doomed darkness. And then I was looking at some Perth cunts and I'm like, they're fucking keeping something from us. They're all the way over here, 5 hours away. For years, no one would have even come to this side of the country. How long would it have taken? It's a 5-hour flight. Only since like 1960s or something, people will have even been able to get over this side. So God knows what they were doing for all those years. Nothing good, I can tell you that right now. Oh yeah, and the other thing was, last night when I was going to sleep, I was having a little bit of trouble, and then I was sort of having this like in-between dream thing, and I was having visions of an Aboriginal man laughing at me. And I was like, all right, that's strange. Something's happened here in Perth. Anyway, I want to say a big fucking shout out to my man Scotty, who came out with his beautiful missus and palmed me some shrooms and some MDMA. I don't know if his missus is meant to know that, but that's what it is. It is what it is. So I'm looking forward to taking a little bit of shrooms. It's just microdosing. He gave me some caps. He's like, there's 8 caps. It's microdose, so take them as you will. It's about 0.8 if you want to take them all at once. So that's also an option. And then 3 caps of half point each. So 1.5 points of MD. And yeah, he's like, go to the beach, enjoy your day. And so I think I will. Scotty. Thanks for coming out. Thanks to the other listener of the podcast who came out, brought his friends. I had a great time. I did have a good time. It's your fault for coming to the first show. I can't be blamed for what happened tonight. I warned you. It's on you. It's not on me. It was out of my control. If I had anything to say, I would have fucking murdered tonight. But I didn't, so I couldn't. Anyway, fucking that'll do for tonight. Round 2 tomorrow, and I'll see you the fuck later.